Hey, it's Louise Schofield, and I'm now joined with the Covasettes on Zoom during lockdown at the moment.
Chris, you spent your birthday on lockdown. How was that? What'd you get up to?
We actually had quite a good night, didn't we?
Yeah,
we had some cake. We had some cake and
Some
a few
cake?
beers. That's about it.
some beers.
Cards Against Humanity and
Yeah, that was good.
Played some other games on
What's the other one
Yeah.
called? we
You got
played?
big Chinese, didn't you? Oh, Quiplash.
Have you played Quiplash before?
No, what's that? That sounds fun.
It's like Cards Against Humanity, but you type in like your answers on your phone, and it gets very offensive very quick.
It does, yeah.
Oh, so can you play do you have to play with people in the room or can you play with anybody? So could you play with people outside?
You can play it across
a good question.
across the world if you really want to.
There you go.
Sick. I did not know that. I've learnt a new game. That's good. So I can communicate with my friends now with a game of Card Against Humanity. We can get offensive.
They might not be your friends by the time you're done playing the game.
That's my kind of game. I like that.
Yeah, thanks. It was alright, wasn't it? We had a good time.
We enjoyed it.
He's still hungover from it.
Yeah, I haven't come down yet. I just keep topping myself up.
You're still hairing the dog. You've just been hairing the dog for the past week. You're just on a mad one.
Something like feeding me off at the minute. I wake up, they just give me another beer. Go on, Matt.
Keep going.
I've got nothing better to do, so it's it's still good though.
It's what lockdown's all about, isn't it? That's the lockdown feel. That's what you got to do. You got to just smash away at it.
I think our neighbours are judging us by now.
Are they?
Doing recycling trips to the bin with all these cans.
We do now have two
All
blue
the
bins to
bottles.
fit all the cans in, don't we?
Yeah, I think we have developed a slight alcohol dependency, but that's for a story for another time, I think.
Yeah. So you play defensive games and drinking. I mean, if that's not lockdown, I don't know what is. So that's good. Good on you guys. But you've been embracing the lockdown feels even more because you did last year. You did a little virtual tour on your YouTube, which was really nice. That was really cool. Because is this sort of like your basement? Like you've got? Is this the background to the videos that we watced?
Yeah, if it wasn't so messy everywhere else, we'd give you a lovely tour of it.
Yeah, we've
But,
sort of shoved all the beer cans to the other side of the camera.
Well, no, it's there now though. We know because you've already said, so we know.
But yeah, this is our little sort of like hub of operations, our little Cova HQ, where we shoot all of our videos and try and keep it more entertaining than, because obviously we can't gig at the minute. We can't. There's a lot of stuff we can't do. So this is our base of operations.
Yeah, but it's nice that you have it because I mean, like, it's a great place to do it, and it did look really good because you've got your logo in there, you've got the fairy lights going, everything's cracking up.
Yeah, well, we knew obviously around like March last year, we knew that lockdown was coming, so we thought we had to do something to kind of prepare for it. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like when people always say they used to like prepare for like Y2K with all that nonsense. Like,
It was just like we knew there was going to be like a big lockdown, and it's like, what are we going to do about it?
We got really lucky though, because literally the day before the lockdowns were announced, so like all the shops closed down and everything. The day before was when we went and got paint and all of the like building supplies to make this room not completely awful.
You've made yourself a bunker. That's what you've made.
We just live down there. We really do live down there like most nights, to be honest.
See, is this where all the music happens? Is this the room where all the creativity goes down?
Yeah, there's like amps in every corner. There's like a big mixing desk over there. We've got like 2 screens,
Two
there,
TVs.
stands, microphones. You know,
Can't have enough of that. That's good. So you've got everything there.
pretty much, I think there's always room to expand.
We
but-
could do with a recycling bin for all the tins.
Yeah. Some practical arrangements are needed, I think.
Yeah.
You need to upcycle them. You need to get creative like everyone else and just kind of like make them into weird things and then whack them on the merch stand. You're sorted.
There's not a lot you can do with a tin of Foster's though.
There's not actually. But I saw on your social media that she is 4 years old, which is mad. And you had a little clip of everyone singing back as well, which is amazing. Is it quite nice when you look back and see it being 4 years old and being like, wow?
It's very nice, but it's very depressing at the minute.
At the minute, it's quite painful.
I find myself just scrolling on videos going, because you forget what you were doing. Because obviously you've lost all momentum, so we kind of, and we keep dragging this chat down. Sorry, we keep looking and being like, oh man, do you remember that? Do you remember what we were doing before then? But it's she is a weird one because we keep trying to ditch it. We've always cut it from the set, and it always gets dragged back in. So now we're like, all right, fuck it, we'll keep playing. 4 years old, having a song 4 years old, we feel well old after that.
Is it weird as well with tracks that you've written 4 years ago and then some of the newer ones that you're kind of writing now? Is it like a weird kind of thing because you suppose you write about different stuff as you go along, don't you? So
Yeah,
I think because we just started out when we recorded that, so that like the production and the like the way it's sung makes me cringe a little bit. Just like from like things we've learned since then. But
There's definitely stuff we would have done differently if we'd done it now and there.
But that's the magic of it, because you capture the time.
That's it. It's a capsule of your music, and then it just keeps rolling on. So that's the main thing. But I also saw that you did a cheeky little cover with Deco as well of Sweet Disposition, which was absolutely awesome. Like your voice on that, you absolutely nailed it. It was so good. Was that quite fun to play around with and get singing that one?
Yeah, we wanted to do loads of like different mashups with other bands and things. We didn't quite get around to doing as much as we wanted to, just because we found out that bands are just as hard to work with as we are, so that was difficult. But it was fun working with them. And Max is, I mean, you've seen probably with Deco how well they're doing at the minute.
Yeah, I chatted to them a couple of months ago actually.
Yeah, he's got everything. So
yeah, there's the 80s.
Yeah,
cover.
absolutely.
I can't remember what song was it.
Wonderwall.
No, I mean the one that we mashed up.
Sweet Disposition and Everybody Wants to Rule.
That was
Yeah,
it.
Everybody
that was
Wants
great.
to Rule the World. Like Max's voice on that was
Yeah.
just
Perfect 80s vibe.
So good.
Smashed it. No, it's quite nice as well to like have a go at these covers, isn't it, and rework them, because you can kind of put your own spin on them as well, which is quite nice. So you can kind of have a play around, which is good. It's good to have a little produce.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really, like as a band, I mean, this might just be me, but we don't really like doing covers. So I think it makes it better when we do like mash it up and like make it into something different.
I think Matt particularly dislikes the covers.
I
Getting him
hate
to do them
covers.
You like that?
is like pulling
I
teeth.
hate covers. I don't think I was even there when we did Sweet Disposition.
You left as quick as
I'm
possible.
pretty sure I
yeah.
like left. Yeah.
It's me and him. We just
Yeah.
like lock ourselves in and crack on.
Well, I quite enjoy it as like an exercise, because like from a production point of view, it is a challenge, and like making it. Well, I mean, especially when you've got like a classic tune, not just absolutely fucking it up. It's like, you can't ruin something great, can you?
Gotta give it, like, do it justice.
Exactly.
A lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure, but I think it's nice. It's good to play around with though, and it's nice to put your own spin on it. So I like, you did a great job of it. So don't you worry, you nailed it. It's all good. But I really like your tracks because your original songs have that huge sound to them as well, and you can hear them. I mean, they must go down so well live. I mean, Spin in particular, that's like a little curveball because that's got quite a raw feeling to it. I really like that. It's kind of a little bit different to your other stuff, but it's a nice little punchy riff in there, which I really like. Does that one go down really well live?
I think it does. I think it's a great reaction from it, but
Yeah.
We've not really had the chance to play it much live. That came out in lockdown.
Really?
So we played it live before it come out. So like it was, the reaction is quite different when people don't know what's going.
I actually think we played it live in Derby. I think we butchered it. I think we hadn't like long had it, and I think actually it was really bad. So to answer your question, I think it goes down like a really badly live. But hopefully now we've properly learnt it. It should go down well, yeah.
So when you go back to Derby, you can be like, this is how it's meant to sound.
Yeah. I think that's the weird thing though with at the minute, because we always judge songs on how good they feel live. So when we can't play them, we're having to guess at the minute, like, will this be the right tempo live? So it's always quite fun, I think.
And like all the stuff that you work out on the way as well, like just from playing it live and like seeing how people react and like how it feels. Like there's so much stuff that ends up changed from playing it live for 6 months that we kind of haven't had the chance to do.
Yeah, like the little rests and stuff and the little like
But please do listen to our new song, because we promise it's good.
Yeah.
It is, and I've heard it, so I can vouch for that. It is good. But no, it is a nice opportunity for you to play tracks live, isn't it, and see how they go down, and then you can work on them, can't you? So it doesn't have to, some of them are in demo form, and then you have to kind of like riff around with them and get them going. But the video to Spin was really cool as well. Where did you shoot that?
It was a
Abbeydale or something.
Yeah, in Sheffield somewhere, or in the border of Sheffield. It was like an abandoned theatre house. It was at the Abbeydale Picture
Abbeydale
House.
or something
So
like
yeah,
that.
and we didn't find it. The guy Josh and Ollie, who was shooting the video with us, they found it, and it's proper cool, but it's like derelict. So it's got like the seats are still in, but everything else is completely ruined. So did it even have a stage, or did we set the stage up?
no, it had a little bit of a stage on there.
Yeah.
It wasn't huge, but it did a job. Like it was a really cool setting. But it was a bit eerie in there. It was a bit like dusty, like behind the scenes and stuff. It was just like it was just empty. There was all like benches behind the back and stuff. It was weird.
There was this giant. I mean, it felt kind of like a building site, but like all sorts of weird stuff around, like this giant platform thing with wheels on. So we got the camera guy on the platform with wheels, getting pushed around to get nice, smooth shots.
That's the start of the video. At the start, it zooms in, and that's just him on a skateboard, like trying not to fall off as he's holding the camera.
It's a good effort. Fair play.
But it was weird because it was like ladders and staircases that just led to nowhere as well. So it was
weird bits of electrics hanging off.
Yeah.
Did you film it at night as well? Were you there in the evening?
Did we? Hell, we'd have not made it out.
Stay away.
Yeah.
We were there as early in the morning as possible, just to make sure that we had the light.
Like it was like.
I mean, it was indoors, so obviously it looks dark anyway. But.
You'll probably switch it's haunted and there it is, and then you'll be like, oh no.
I definitely could see
Like,
that.
it was it definitely was. Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a reason it's abandoned.
You know what
I mean, someone's got out of there and left it to be, so definitely not good luck. But it looks sick though, and it's quite nice to work in like really cool venues like that, isn't it, where you can like make it your own and make it look really cool. It has like a really like kind of retro, kind of rustic feel to it, and I liked it. It was really cool.
It makes the production value look a lot higher than it actually
Yeah.
is. When you look at it, these guys are professionals. Look at the setting, but when in actual
Looks like a
fact,
professional.
Yeah, in reality, we like pulled up in our like clapped out Corsa. You know what I mean? Like all squeezed into that.
People are like bored, it was all kicking off. It was all, but nobody knows, so it's fine until now, and now they do.
Don't know.
They didn't before.
Ruined.
Ruined. But your artwork is really cool as well. All of your singles have had really, really cool artwork to them. Have you had like the same designer like throughout, or have you had them for like different designers on your artwork, or do you design it yourself?
Yeah, it's a guy I went to school with called Carl, and he went to do art in Brighton, I think it was, and then we messaged him to do Top Draw, and he just sent us back the artwork, and it was like just a joke, and we kind of have a weird relationship with him about artwork because he's so elusive, and like we'll just text him like, we need artwork for this, can you do it? And we won't get a reply, and then we'll have to chase him, and next minute he'll send over this absolute masterpiece, and it's like, to be fair, you can't argue with that. So yeah, we view him in the highest regard, don't we?
Yeah, he's kind of like Banksy in a way. It's like when nobody really knows what's going on there, but when you see it, you know. And you're like,
Yeah, it's there. No, it does look sick though, but it's good as well for the old socials, isn't it? Getting a millennial here, but it is good for the socials. And on your Instagram, you've kind of started to incorporate your new artwork as well for your new single.
Yeah, we like to do that. We do it for everyone. It's a
I feel
tradition
like,
now.
I'm sorry, I feel like that's a spoiler, Louise. We've not even,
I've
we've not even
spoiled it.
announced
What?
it.
That's a tightly guarded secret.
Yeah, it's a tight secret if you've never seen her on Instagram before.
Yeah.
So new.
But no, yeah, we like to do that.
We like to tie a single in with like a theme, and that's the only way we can do it. We're not the most creative in that stuff. So.
It makes it nice because like if we're ever like looking for a particular photo, we can scroll back and see the different colours. So it's like, if there was something from Like You, we just scroll back and we know that's like the pink one or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like the new borders and stuff now that we've done since the EP.
Yes, I think it's Since Always Sunny, isn't it?
Yeah, got it. But yeah, it does sound absolutely massive. And Jamie, you worked on the production for that one as well, and it sounds absolutely huge. Is it quite nice to have like the creative control on the production so you can make it sound just as big as you want it, and you can kind of experiment with it a little bit as well?
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to say I'm a bit of a control freak, really. Like, I think this all started because we can't settle for anything less than exactly how we want it. We send like our mix, so like Par Street do our mixes, so it's not actually me that does the actual mixing, it's all the recording that's us. And we send stuff off to Par Street, and he does incredible work, but every time we're like, can we change this, change that, change the other? Yeah, so we are, horrible control freaks.
And then you've got Dave, father of two, football fan on Twitter, just comments, sounds all right. You think Dave actually sweated over that?
Honestly, like 100 hours spent on that.
Yeah.
And well.
Never read the comments. Never do it.
Yeah.
I know. We do love a comment though. We do love a good YouTube comment, because sometimes we've got a cover of Dancing in the Moonlight, and that's like broke into a weird corner of the internet. So we get people commenting like just weird stuff like, love this from India, do a cover of this and things. And every now and then you get like a really weird comment underneath about us, and we live for them.
Yeah.
My favourite one, we must have like 6 different comments that literally just say the word Brazil and then a flag.
Yeah.
Like so many.
They love it in Brazil.
We appreciate that, absolutely.
But no, it does have such a monstrous chorus, your new one though. It is absolutely massive, and I bet you're like absolutely stoked to play it live, because you've got some live shows coming up, haven't you, later this year? So you must be buzzing to play that live. Fingers crossed. I know, sold out Manchester as well. If it does go ahead, it's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah, a couple of the other dates are super close to selling out as well, so hopefully it goes ahead.
But have you got some new music you've been working on in lockdown? Have you been busy writing and recording and getting some new stuff ready?
Well, on our right, or is that on the video on our left? Is that looks anyway?
This
way.
direction.
Over here, we've got a whiteboard full of tunes.
Is that 20?
So there's a lot. We've got
21?
albums of tunes. So that's been our whole thing that we're working on. And tonight we're doing another one as well after this.
I thought we were doing 2.
Oh.
We've got
at
2
that.
new ones, but yeah. So we just all we do at the minute, right? It's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I think a lot of bands have got an abundance of stuff, but you know, it's like sorted their career up for the next 3 years, so it's fine. So it's like just whack out the music, innit?
Like we're like good to go with EPs and all sorts. Like we're sorted. So
Any labels listening?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
work's already done.
It's a done deal. Wendy and the labels, that's all you need in your life to help you out. Oh, well, guys, thank you so much for chatting to me today. And I'm really loving the new track as well. And I think everyone else is going to love it just as much because it's sounding massive and the chorus is super catchy. So thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks very much.